Hi folks, welcome to another stall13.com video. We're going to talk about hoof supplements. There really isn't such a thing as a bad hoof supplement. Almost all the supplements on the market that are designed to moisturize a hoof, fix cracks, they're all good. But do they work? No. And I'm going to explain to you why they don't work. The reason they don't work is it's almost virtually impossible for them to work. For a hoof treatment to work, you'd literally have to apply it about every hour on the hour for weeks. Well, that's just impractical. Another reason why hoof treatments don't work is that they're used improperly just about by everybody. If you look at your own fingernails, you can kind of see that your own fingernails have kind of a shine to them naturally. Well, that's called the periopal. It's the last bastion of protection to keep moisture in the horse's hoof and dirt and bacteria out. Now, you never want to rasp that with a hoof rasp. A farrier doesn't. A horseshoer does. That's the difference, mistakes or not. Now, if you were to apply something on this nail right here or on the horse's hoof, it's not going to be absorbed because Mother Nature has built the periopal to protect it from things being absorbed, to keep moisture in. If you pick up a label and you read it, it's always going to tell you to apply this to the coronary band. Right here it says, nature intended the coronary band, the seat of the hoof growth, to be relatively soft and flexible. Help maintain this condition by brushing this on. And by the way, that is probably one of the better products I was just reading about, and it tells you right on there. The coronary band is where the hair stops and the hoof begins. Like my shirt cuff, if my shirt cuff is where the hair stops and this is the horse's hoof, you want to rub it in right up in here. That's where the hoof wall is literally paper thin and it absorbed. Also on the bottom of the foot, you want to apply hoof treatment to the bottom of the foot, the frog, and the bulbs of the heels. It's not going to do any good to apply it to the outside hard surface of the foot. It's not going to be absorbed. Think of it this way, folks. Have you ever had leftovers and you put warm food in a dish, you put plastic wrap over the bowl, real airtight, stick it in the refrigerator. The next day you feel like having some leftovers and you look and there's all these water droplets inside the plastic on your bowl. And you're hoping that you can pull that plastic wrap off without all that water raining on the food. Well, that plastic wrap holding that moisture in that bowl of warm food, that's what the periopal does. That shiny surface on a horse's hoof keeps the moisture in a horse's hoof. It's also what prevents these hoof treatments from working. If you really want to moisturize your horse's hoof and you really want to accomplish something, there's only one thing you really have to do. That is soak the horse's foot in clean, cool water. I'm talking water that is about 1 inch to 2 inches deep. You only have to go this high up on the foot because all you're allowing the horse to do is for the bottom of their horse's foot to soak that moisture up, to bring that moisture up into the bottom of the foot. Why? Because water isn't going to get through that periopal just like the hoof treatments won't. But the bottom of the foot will absorb that water. You, in a dry time of year, if you soak your horse's feet in water for say 5 to 10 minutes a week, most cracks will be gone. Your horse's foot will be real supple and soft. They won't chip as much, and you'll get a much healthier foot. And the softer a horse's foot is, the faster it grows. Think of it this way. When a sponge on the kitchen sink dries out, what's it do? It shrivels, it curls up, and it gets rock hard. But as soon as you put it under the faucet, the sponge pops up and it's real soft and fluffy. Same thing with a horse's foot. When they lose moisture, they contract and they get hard. They don't grow as fast. They chip, they crack. But if they're soft and supple, they give more. When they step on a rock, it doesn't chip the hoof. It's more than likely just to absorb it and move on. A good way to tell if your horse's feet are too dry is take this simple step. Lift up your horse's hoof, take your thumbnail, and if you can't pick away at the frog, that's that triangle. If you can't peel away at the frog, chances are your horse's hoof is too dry. If you pick the horse's foot out with a hoof pick, which we have right here, you pick out your horse's foot, you brush the foot, and you can't take your thumbnail and peel away at the sole of the foot, it's just rock hard, like you're scraping it on a linoleum floor, chances are your horse's foot is too dry. Think about these things. It's always the simple things. This has been another Stall13.com video. Take care of yourself and your horses.